You're listening to the Daily Sales Tips podcast, and I'm your host, Scott Ingram. Today's tip comes from the great Jeff Bajorek. Jeff always has something good to share. Here he is.
It's January. You just got your number, or you got it a couple of weeks ago, and you're trying to think about how you are going to climb that mountain. How are you going to get to that place that you want to get to? How are you going to bring in that much revenue in order to hit your goals, in order to hit those escalators and get those commission bonuses and incentives, in order to make 2021 your best year ever? How are you going to do that? Well, I want to give you something that might be a little bit counterintuitive, but worked for me. I noticed a couple of years into this job that I had that I was doing really well. And I noticed that, the last week of the month after I had covered my number for the month, I sold better. I didn't just keep selling, right? Like a lot of reps would give up and they'd hold those orders back for the next month or the next quarter or whatever. But it wasn't that I kept selling, so I kept making sales. It was that I made better sales. I freed myself up to be my best sales self. Once I knew that the responsibility of delivering that monthly number was off my back, well, I got lighter. I had more fun. I took more risks. I really became a better salesperson because there wasn't a quota holding me back. Now, I want you to think about that for a second. Does the pressure of delivering a number hold you back, or does it inspire you? I find that even people who don't worry about hitting it, look, I knew that I was going to hit my number every month. It still impacted the way I sold until I hit it. I definitely took a deep breath once I realized that that last order had gone out that would cover me for that period. Took a deep breath. Well, I learned something and I challenged myself to do something. I said, Jeff, because that's what I called myself, right? I said, what if you sold like that all month? What if you sold like that all year? And this is easier said than done. But, since I had a little bit of cushion and was a good portion of the way through the year when I decided to do this, I felt like it was safe enough to take the risk, and my results skyrocketed. I went on to have my best year ever, and I went on to have an even better year after that. So I just want you to think a little bit differently here as I wrap this brief sales tip up. In your head, free yourself from the constraints of your quota. Obviously, recognize that it's something you have to do. It's your responsibility, and you have to be beholden to those results. However, that pressure, that weight of that responsibility can keep you from being the best version of yourself that you can be, the best version of your sales self that you need to be in order to create the results for the clients and the customers that rely on you to create those results. You can do this. Think about it a little bit differently, and let me know how it goes for you.
If you're not already subscribed to Jeff's newsletter, you should fix that. You'll find a link at DailySales.Tips/728. Once you've done that, be sure to come back tomorrow for another great sales tip. Thanks for listening.